Hi.
Okay, so we decided to make the video about the time we went to a forest and it was very creepy.
Yeah.
Because we both went together, so we thought that would make the most sense to make the video together.
You serious, cat? Okay.
Okay. Okay, so a boy just ran past in a Spider-Man costume with like a pretend
Dog on a
dog
leash.
on a leash. He was like dragging it around and the dog was just like rolling on its face.
Because I leapt up because they were screaming, so I was like, "Can you give us a second?" And he was just running down. Anyway, let's get started.
Anyway, okay, so this all started about 2 years ago when we went into the forest.
I was 9 years old.
And I was 10 years old. And so there is a forest, like really...
right down there.
Yeah, like really close.
To my house and Kirsty's new house.
Yeah. So we decided to go there. It was like 6 o'clock and we didn't...
Yeah.
It was like the middle of winter.
We liked going there to like play in the water. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And
the mud.
we didn't expect it to get dark early.
No. But obviously us being like little kids, we didn't understand that like it gets dark in the winter earlier than in the summer. Like right now, like it's gonna get darker earlier than in midsummer.
Yeah. And there have been a lot of rumours going around that that forest was haunted.
And there was like murders and stuff going on there.
Yeah. But we decided to go in there anyway because it was fun.
Yeah, it was quite fun. Normally though an adult came with us, so this is like our second time going on our own.
Yeah.
So most of the time we went with an adult, but this was the latest we'd ever been with and without an adult, so.
Okay, so I'd heard that like the people who were sitting on my table at school, which sounds quite funny to say, but yeah.
What was that? Matthew and stuff.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
like that. They were sitting on my table at school.
We never believed them though.
No, and they were like all talking about how there's a tree house in the forest and it's got a person in it and there's like a murderer in the tree house.
Yeah, they were saying like stuff like, "Oh, the treehouse is haunted" and stuff. We didn't believe them, but we really wanted to find this treehouse.
Yeah. So.
Oh, we also found a dead monkey.
Yeah.
I think it was the stuffed animal, but it looked dead to me.
Probably. We were too scared to pick it up.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anyway,
the story.
So we were looking everywhere in this forest and we got to like the other side of the forest.
It was like by this weird tunnel that took us to like a different area of like where I live. Like I don't know.
Like this forest went on for ages and
it was quite long forest.
Yeah, and we've never been
We
that
made like
far
a different
before.
turn that we would normally go. We would normally just turn and go back the other way, but
Yeah.
we kept on going straight.
And we got to this really weird area and that was when it got dark.
And we really wanted to find this treehouse.
Yeah. So we found this like muddy area.
And it was like muddy, like sinking mud. Like we kept on falling down. So we were like,
We got like stuck
yeah.
loads of times.
But we managed to get there in the end.
Yeah.
And so I was personally the first one that was scared, but I was the first one that volunteered to go and have a look about the treehouse. But it was very windy and muddy, and like we heard like what would you call them, like creaky sounds. But we thought it was just because this treehouse looked like really, really old. Like it looked like it was built like quite a long time ago.
Yeah. So we kind of were a bit scared to go into the treehouse. We didn't know if it was safe or not because it looked really old.
Yeah. So I first went up and I got about, it was like, wasn't it, it's like a ladder that you would go up, like, say you have an attic and that ladder, it was like that kind of, wasn't it?
And then when you went up, then you were like, you looked so shocked and then you just came back down.
And I jumped down and I was like, I was just so scared because I was the only one that saw, but like Kirsty did see because she went up there, but because she wanted to see if like it was real. I walked up a couple of steps and like the treehouse isn't that big. It was like your legs would hang out if you're an adult sitting. in the treehouse. Like, it wasn't like a good treehouse, and there was a blanket and like a maybe in his 60s old man just sitting in the treehouse. Nothing too thing, and a blanket covering him, and he looked at me like with like the creepiest look. He looked at me like I can't do the face, but it was so creepy. And it probably wouldn't be that creepy for us at the moment, because he could be just like, you know, maybe he's like not got a house, or maybe he's just like a bit like drunk, or, you know, it could be anything. But I'm 9 years old. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's the murderer that they're talking about and stuff. And so I jumped back down and I told Kirsty. You can explain from here.
So, yeah, I really didn't know if this is true or not, because we didn't believe the people on my table in our school who were saying about there was like a murderer who lives in a treehouse in the forest. So I decided to go up as well.
She was a bit more slower though. She was a bit more like watching out.
Yeah. And then I saw that person in there. It was so creepy. He looked like he had like red eyes, and he was like really
he might have had like hazel eyes, I'm pretty sure, probably.
But in the dark it looked a bit...
Yeah, it looked a bit creepy. But I think it was hazel eyes. And the blanket was like a you know, like long pieces of grass, like weave. What's it called? Like when you weave a blanket up.
Yeah.
Like it looked like straw, so it wasn't like a blanket. And he had like a little, like, what's it called? A cane thing.
Yeah.
A walking
stick
cane thing. Yeah, next to him. And he was just staring at us. He wasn't doing anything to us. He was just looking at us like this. And doing really creepy look. And like, I don't know, like, I'm pretty sure if they were homeless or like drunk or something, they would be like saying, can I have money? Or like be like, I don't know, like talking. But this man in his like 60s was just staring at us. So that creeped us out.
Yeah. So then straight away
we just walked home.
Well, we didn't walk really. We ran.
We ran.
We ran and
through the mud.
We were so scared. And then on the way back, we kept on seeing like shadows everywhere.
And
we thought he was following us.
We don't know, obviously, to this day, but he did seem like he was following us. Like, as we were running away from it, we heard those creaking noises as we went up the ladder, but like creaking noises again. Pretty sure he was coming down the ladder. So I'm not sure if that was just maybe us, but it was very creepy, guys. The treehouse isn't there anymore.
No, but we might go back there. Yeah. In a video.
We might go back there today, maybe tonight, but it is getting like 6 o'clock really, so we might go back there. We're not that scared now, obviously. It's just like a forest now. There's nothing in there, but people are still saying stories about like girls being murdered in there and stuff like that. And like if we ever go with like our friends that are boys, like all those like crazy kids in school that are like all about that kind of stuff, they'll be like, oh, there's a clown, there's this, there's that. And I'm pretty sure we were together, but we've had lots of experiences in this forest. Like, we saw body bags in the forest. If you don't know what body bag is, it's kind of like a sad thing. But like, if you're in a hospital or something, and you... Should I say it?
If you want.
If you pass away or something, they'll zip you up in a body bag before you go into, like, whatever you're going to have done to you when you pass away. But we saw those, empty or not, I'm not sure. Probably empty, but in the forest scattered around. So I'm guessing it's not a very kid-friendly forest. So don't go there if you know where I live.
Yeah.
Or Kirsty knows.
Okay, so thanks for watching this creepy story. If you want us to go in the forest, then comment down below. So yeah, thanks for watching.